Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into something really fascinating, how AI is just fundamentally changing quality assurance. And we're going to focus specifically on ZAPTEST. The main idea is this huge shift, really, from just finding software defects late, after the fact, to actually anticipating them, preventing them much earlier. So our mission today is to unpack how ZAPTEST pulls off this, predictive quality for you.
And that shift is just so crucial for, pretty much any enterprise today. Think about it, the huge efficiency boost, the cost savings. It's massive when you're stopping problems before they happen. Instead of, constantly putting out fires, it's moving from reactive to genuinely predictive.
Yeah, the difference is key. Traditionally, QA has been, reactive, right? You build the software, then you test it, often finding bugs really late in the game. And fixing those can be super expensive, super time-consuming. It's like patching things up right at the finish line.
Exactly. Predictive quality, especially with tools like ZAPTEST, completely flips that script. It leverages AI, sophisticated data analysis, lots of automation, to basically forecast where failures are likely to happen before they actually become real problems. So what this means is you can prioritize tests based on risk, and your test coverage gets smarter, optimized by actual usage data. It's all about seeing issues coming and heading them off early, shifting focus from firefighting, like I said, to strategic foresight.
Okay, that really paints a clear picture, moving from reacting to predicting.
Right.
So let's dig into the specifics then. The nuts and bolts. What are the actual AI capabilities inside ZAPTEST that make all this prediction possible?
Right, so it's built around a few really powerful AI components. First, you've got the AI Copilot.
Copilot.
Yeah, think of it like a super smart assistant for your QA team. It can take plain English instructions and just turn them into automation scripts. It also helps with debugging, and here's a really cool part: self-healing.
Self-healing, what does that mean?
It means if, say, a button or field changes in the user interface, the automation script doesn't just break, which is what usually happens. It adapts. It figures out the change. This saves so much time on maintaining brittle test scripts. Lets the team focus on more valuable testing.
Wow, okay. That alone sounds like a big deal. What else?
Then there's Plan Studio. This part analyzes your existing test cases. It figures out how ready they are for automation, and then it can actually auto-generate the executable scripts for you. Streamlines that whole process.
Auto-generated scripts. Nice.
And finally, there's ZOE. That's the ZAP object engine. This uses computer vision.
Computer vision, like image recognition.
Exactly. ZOE uses it to identify and interact with UI elements. And it works across pretty much any platform: web, mobile, desktop, even older legacy stuff. This makes the automation incredibly resilient. Minor UI tweaks don't break your tests nearly as often, which means much less rework, especially when your apps change fast.
That resilience, yeah, I can see how that saves a ton of time and frustration. So beyond these core AI bits, how does ZAPTEST fit into the bigger picture? Like a company's existing development workflow, does it, play nice with other tools?
Oh, absolutely. Integration is key. It integrates smoothly with all the common CI/CD tools, things like Jenkins, Azure DevOps, Jira. It slots right into that continuous pipeline. Plus, you get these really comprehensive analytics dashboards. So you get clear visibility into defect trends or test coverage, where you might need to optimize testing scope, that sort of thing.
Got it. So it plugs right in.
But here's something really, I think, groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It's what they call QA plus RPA convergence. RPA being robotic process automation, automating business tasks.
Right, RPA, okay.
ZAPTEST actually unifies QA automation and RPA. This means the test scripts your QA team builds, they can be reused directly as bots to automate business processes.
Wait, reused the same scripts?
Yeah, think about it. You avoid having separate tools, separate efforts, cuts down redundancy massively. You get this single source of truth from dev all the way to operations. It effectively turns your QA assets into operational tools, bridging that gap between development and business efforts.
Okay, that convergence idea is really interesting.
Yeah.
Reusing the work. So let's bring it back home. For an enterprise listening, what's the practical impact, the bottom line?
Well, first off, you're finding defects much earlier. That directly translates to shorter release cycles, getting features out faster, and obviously huge reductions in rework costs. Fixing bugs early is always cheaper. It also really boosts scalability, especially for complex setups, multi-platform apps. tricky B2B integrations, systems with tight SLAs, service level agreements. Fundamentally, it changes QA. It's not just that final checkpoint, that gatekeeper. It becomes a proactive, strategic part of the business, driving agility and ultimately innovation.
That's a powerful transformation. This deep dive really highlights how ZAPTEST and AI are shifting QA from being, well, a reactive necessity to a truly predictive strategic advantage.
It really is. And maybe it leaves you, the listener, with a question to chew on. If we get this proactive about quality in software, how might that not just improve the software itself, but maybe change the whole pace, the very nature of innovation across entire industries?